What's up, everyone? The Bandit is back. Yes, I know it's been a long time, been a few months since I've done a video. I'm going to get into all that another time, but I had to come today and do this video because it's something I've been wanting to talk about. And part of the things we do here on the channel is talk about wrestling, and it's one of my favorite things. And one of the best things that has been happening on the WWE product, I've talked about it on Wrestling Weekly, which is going to return soon, I swear. One of the things that I've talked about on Wrestling Weekly that I've absolutely been loving since it debuted after WrestleMania this year has been Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse. The Fiend made his debut at SummerSlam, and I think Luke Owens from Wrestle Talk said it best. That was perfection. From the build to his actual entrance, having Code Orange redo the Mark Kozer song. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's gonna bug me now. Whatever. It's now called "Let Me In," and it's one of the most played songs on Spotify right now, and I have it downloaded, so you know how much I love that. But the entrance, the Bray Wyatt head lantern was just a touch of morbid beauty. Live in fear. No, wait. That's what the WWE called it. Anyway, you know the one I'm talking about. Broken Out in Love. That's it. Did you notice something with Code Orange's version of it? Because in the original Mark Kozer version, the lyric of the chorus goes, "He won't see the sun again for years to come. He's broken out in love." In the Code Orange version, "Let Me In," he won't see the sun again for years to come. He's broken out of love. Those little touches there, I absolutely love. Like, you could take that in so many different directions. Like, maybe Bray was under the spell of Sister Abigail, and the Fiend is his true form, whatever. It's just so perfect. I'm absolutely loving it. And then a couple weeks ago, the arena that's hosting Hell in a Cell put out a tweet saying, "See the Fiend Bray Wyatt take on either Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman in a Hell in a Cell match." Okay, why would you put that out, and why is that happening? It doesn't need to happen. The WWE is about to book themselves into a serious hole here when it comes to Bray Wyatt. I'm going to get into all that, and I'm going to talk about how I would book this to get them out of this hole. So, without further ado, here is how I would book the WWE out of this Bray Wyatt hole. Okay, so to start off, let me talk about my reasons why I think this is a bad idea, having Bray Wyatt take on either Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell. Bray Wyatt doesn't need it. He's over enough as is. He does not need the Universal Championship. Everything that's been happening with the Firefly Funhouse has just got him so over. Every time you hear the intro start of, "We're really glad that you're our friend," every time when they don't cut out the crowd sound, it gets a massive pop. Every time the logo comes up and you see Ramblin' Rabbit, Mercy the Buzzard, and Abby the Witch, huge reactions every time because this is so over. This is so good. Bray Wyatt has been writing all the promos himself, and Vince McMahon has signed off on everything. I absolutely love the character of the Boss. Little Vince McMahon with devil horns, especially what they did this past Monday night on Raw with him. "How can you challenge Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman? Wait a minute, boss. Wait a minute, boss. See, look what I've made." He pulls out like $100 bills and dollar signs appear in the boss's eyes, and he's feeding him these dollar bills. That was absolutely genius. And I love the part where he's talking about how he has his team, and you have Huskus the Pig Boy, Abby the Witch, Mercy the Buzzard, all around him. Then you see Ramblin' Rabbit pop up with a little help sign. He just pushes him back down. That was genius. I've always been a huge fan of Bray Wyatt since I first saw him. There was just something about him. Like when he debuted in 2014, there was just something magnetic about him. He just pulled you in with his promo style. And yeah, sure, his promos could be rambling at times, but he just had that delivery. Like I compare it to like Jake the Snake Roberts. He just had that delivery. Didn't need to yell, didn't need to scream, didn't need to shout. He just pulled you in with that charisma of his. And I think his promos have improved greatly, especially during the run of the Firefly Funhouse. I think the Fiend is one of the best things going today, and he does not need the Universal title, especially this early in his run, because he's only had one match so far against Finn Balor, and that match was perfection, honestly and truthfully. Finn got a little bit of offense in, which, of course he should have gotten a little bit of offense in, but the Fiend beat Finn handily with the mandible claw, and it was just perfection from beginning to end. And then I think what they're doing, using him sporadically, is fantastic. Don't oversaturate him, don't overbook him, don't overuse him, don't turn him into a Roman Reigns. But I'm a big Roman Reigns fan, but yeah, even I admit that he gets overused. So, and then have him coming out attacking legends, like he attacked Mick Foley, used the mandible claw on him. I think that is awesome that he's using the mandible claw. I think it fits perfectly with the character. Then he attacked Kurt Angle, he attacked Jerry the King Lawler. More attacks are coming. I'm going to get to that when I actually get to the booking portion of this video, but I think it's absolutely fantastic. But let's get right to the heart of things. Because no matter how you look at it, if it's a one-on-one match at Hell in a Cell, Bray Wyatt is pretty much booked to lose. You can't have your top champion lose the way Bray Wyatt would beat someone. Like, he's just like physical, like beats him down. And yeah, you have the advantage of it being a Hell in a Cell match. But still, especially if you have someone like Braun Strowman, who is just this huge, imposing figure. So, and like I said, you can't have Bray Wyatt lose. Not right away. You have to build him up. If he loses, all the mystique is going to be gone. Like, no joke. All the mystique of the Fiend is going to be gone if he loses. So, here's what I propose. Okay, so quick disclaimer. I wanted to get this video up before Monday Night Raw from MSG, because I don't know what they're going to be doing, but I have my idea of what they should be doing. Of course, they have their own ideas, but I have my ideas of what they should be doing. So anyway, what they're doing with Seth and Braun, keep doing that. Whatever, how you're building that up with the addition of the OC and Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler, and have that going on. But at the same time, when Seth and Braun are discussing this, they make no mention whatsoever of Bray Wyatt. They totally ignore him. Nothing's going on. While this is happening, you have Stone Cold Steve Austin, who is going to be moderating the contract signing this Monday night on Raw. Now, somewhere along the lines, you get Stone Cold back out to the ring to cut a promo, whatever. All of a sudden, he's doing his thing. Awesome 316, blah, 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 and that's the bottom line. And then just as soon as he says, that's the bottom line, the lights start going out. And then you hear that screeching noise and the don't know why I sound like Barney Rubble doing it, but it works for Bray. And Stone Cold's looking around going, oh, hell no, this ain't happening, son. And then out of nowhere, Bray Wyatt comes in, attacks Stone Cold Steve Austin, gives him the mandible claw, just beats him down, and does his whole thing of standing over, kneeling over, and posing, and then disappears. Stone Cold's in the ring, passed out, whatever. The next night, they're having another taping of SmackDown at MSG. Rumor is The Undertaker's going to be there. Undertaker comes down, cuts a promo, says whatever he's gonna say. I don't know what he's gonna say, but of course it's gonna end with rest in. Lights go out. Screeching noise. Laughing. Bray appears behind The Undertaker, attacks The Undertaker, just viciously attacks The Undertaker to the point where the lights come back up and he's just headbutting him, doing everything he can, gives him a couple Sister Abigails, and then finishes off with the Mandible Claw, which we know from years of watching wrestling, The Undertaker is susceptible to with his feuds with Mankind. Gives him the Mandible Claw, just beats him down. And you could say this is all in retaliation for Seth and Braun, just not acknowledging Bray Wyatt and The Fiend. So this leads us to Hell in a Cell, Clash of Champions. Now, do whatever you're going to do with the tag team championships. You can put them on Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. You can have Seth and Braun keep the titles going into their Universal title match. So, get to the Universal title match. Seth and Braun beating the absolute jimmies out of each other. Seth, the more finessed guy, going high and taking the high flying route just to throw Braun off his game. Braun, Seth comes flying out, you just push him down, and then it looks like you're about to go to the end of the match. Braun has Seth up on his shoulder for the running power slam. Hits it, goes to pin him, lights automatically go down. And then there's The Fiend in the ring. And he attacks Bray. He attacks Braun. He attacks Seth. Puts them both out. And you end the pay-per-view with him kneeling, laughing, and then just completely goes to black. Now, I don't like no decisions in a match. With them doing the King of the Ring, I absolutely hated the fact that they had Samoa Joe and Ricochet do a double pin on each other. I think that's a lazy cop-out. But I think it's going to work in the context for the triple threat match between Joe, Ricochet, and Baron Corbin, who will be the eventual winner. Boo. But we're not talking about that. So you have this no contest finish. Now, everybody's, well, what's going to happen now? We didn't have a decisive winner going into Hell in a Cell, and we need that decisive winner. Well, we're not going to have a decisive winner. What we're going to have is a triple threat match inside Hell in a Cell. Universal Champion Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman versus The Fiend. So now we build to Hell in a Cell, and you can have the normal things, Seth and Braun do their promos. You have Bray do the Firefly Funhouse, and he's like, well, The Fiend, he really doesn't care if he's Universal Champion. We all here in the Funhouse, we care, but The Fiend, he doesn't care. He doesn't care who he hurts. He doesn't care if he becomes champion. He just likes to inflict pain. He likes to inflict suffering. Let me in. And you just have that for weeks building up to Hell in a Cell. Now, this is where things get kind of muddy and tricky because, you can't... Bray shouldn't be Universal Champion. Not yet, anyhow. Or honestly, like I said before, he doesn't need it. But you can't have him lose. So, with it being a triple threat match inside Hell in a Cell, anything's going to go. And basically, how it should be booked is just like a wild, chaotic affair. Just, chaos reigns throughout this entire match. If you want to get Seth and Braun up on top of the cage, Seth and Bray on the top of the cage, you do that. Like, how cool of a visual would that be? Bray on top of the cage with Seth, and he gives him Sister Abigail on top of the mesh. Like, that would be awesome. But when you get to the end of the match, now, some people may think, oh, well, you'd still have, Bray would still lose. Well, he would lose, but he wouldn't get pinned, basically, is what I'm going after here. So, he can't eat a pinfall. It would have to be Seth or Braun. In this case, I've lost all faith in Braun Strowman, honestly. Do I think Seth is a good Universal Champion? Yeah, he's been doing pretty good so far. He got booked into a bad angle with Baron Corbin, who should be kept completely away from the Universal Championship picture. But, Seth does good with what he's given, honestly and truthfully. So, what you'd have is, Seth gets out of the ring, picks up the stairs, slides him into the ring. He gets Braun on, he gets his Braun's head on top of him. Steps back a little way, runs, jumps on the first two steps of the stairs, gives the stomp right on top of the stairs. Braun's out. 1, 2, 3. Seth retains the title. Braun, like I said, I've lost all faith in him. And Bray, he doesn't eat the pin. He technically he loses, but he's not pinned. And he can keep going on destroying fools, doing great promos on the Firefly Funhouse. And he just keeps going on from there, destroying legends, destroying anybody who gets in his way, and being, well, I'm really sorry for what I did. So that's how I would book WWE out of this hole. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What would you do differently? Would you put the title on Bray Wyatt? Like, I don't think that's a bad idea, but I don't think he really needs it, honestly and truthfully. Look how disastrous his WWE Championship reign was. He was just holding it for Randy Orton, who was holding it for Jinder Mahal, and we all know how that turned out. So, let me know in the comment section below what you think. I'll be happy to read anything. Oh, God, it's been so long since I've done this, I forget my outro to my videos. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe for more new videos coming down the pike very, very soon. I got a passion project that is very near and dear to my heart coming by the end of the month. If you've been on social media, you know what it is already. It doesn't have anything to do with wrestling. So, in the description down below, you're going to see a link to my Redbubble store where you can pick up all your Irish Bandit merchandise. I don't have an Irish Bandit sticker handy, so I'm going to use the Redbubble sticker. You can check out my Irish Bandit shop. I might be switching stores very, very soon because I have a friend of mine working on a new t-shirt design, and Redbubble doesn't really have anything for multiple designs, but Design by Humans does, so I might go with Design by Humans. I don't know yet. We'll see. But like I said, I have a friend working on a new t-shirt design for me, which I'm absolutely looking forward to because she does great work. We'll see. I might pass along some business her way. If you like what you see, I might pass along some business her way. But yeah, for the time being, check out my Redbubble store. Links, as always, in the description down below. Don't forget to share this video, and more good stuff coming very, very soon. I have something else that I'm working on. This one hasn't been announced yet, but I'm going to be working on something. Hopefully, it's going to be coming, if not this month, next month. But we'll see. It's going to be something really new, new experiment that I'm trying. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. So not much more needs to be said other than the Bandit's back, baby. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I will talk to you again very, very soon.